Welcome to another episode of Ring Walk Boxing Podcast. I am Bean, and if you're here, please hit that thumbs up. I'm going to do a quick live this morning. It's like 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the USA, Cincinnati, Ohio. What's going on, everybody? So, what I want to talk about is a few things. So, we got, I just seen, I was tuning in on YouTube, right? And I caught the first few minutes of an interview with Mikaela Mayer, who will be fighting Chantel Cameron this weekend in women's boxing. That's going to be a good fight for sure. I'm edging Mayer to beat Chantel Cameron, but it's going to be a good fight. Now, she was on Ariel Helwani. He also asked her, some different questions or whatever. She did say something about she wants roughly 6 more fights that would be good for her career. But she wants the 6 names to be some of the best names. 3 names that Mikaela Mayer wanted for sure is Chantel Cameron, who she's fighting this weekend, a fight with Lauren Price, but she said it's been a struggle to get that fight to happen, and she wants Claressa Shields. Now, she wants Claressa Shields and fully understands that she'd have to fight Claressa Shields at 160 pounds at her weight class. And even though she's smaller, she says she's willing to go up to 160 to fight Claressa Shields. So I just want to know people's opinion. What's your prediction for Mayer versus Chantel Cameron? And do you think the Lauren Price fight will happen with Mikaela Mayer? Do you think that Claressa Shields versus Mikaela Mayer will happen maybe next year? And who do you think would win between Claressa versus Mikaela? Now, I know that they say Claressa won't go to 154, right? But Claressa was on Ring Magazine, I saw last night. And she said, I think she mentioned Mikaela Mayer as a opponent she would fight. And she said if somehow, although she's supposed to retire, Katie Taylor, if she had a dream fight, her and Katie Taylor at a catch weight at like 156. So, I wonder if somehow, if she would do a catch weight at 156 with Katie Taylor, provided she doesn't retire yet, would she be willing to do a 156 with Mikaela Mayer? Claressa Shields. Now, also in women's boxing news, Alycia Baumgardner had responded to Caroline Dubois. Caroline Dubois responded to Alycia. Still going back and forth. Now check this out. Elif Turhan, the champ, who's known for her haymakers and power. As I said before, she's not the most skilled fighter, but she does have power that is undeniable. She's that person who's known for stopping her opponent. This will be a good test for Alycia Baumgardner because Caroline Dubois tried to fight Elif Turhan. Elif Turhan declined. I think it might have been a financial situation. I don't know if she wanted more money or whatever, but Elif Turhan did not. She declined to fight Caroline Dubois. So now we have Alycia Baumgardner, who's going to be fighting Elif Turhan. And Caroline Dubois is happy to hear that Alycia is coming up to 135 now, because she thought that she would not. So now she's going up 5 pounds from 130 to 135 to take a shot at that belt to get that strap off Elif Turhan. Now, some people, I've been reading the comments on the different threads. There's a few people that say that Elif may stop Alycia Baumgardner because people know about her power. Alycia is a boxer, and she has decent power too. She has power to keep you honest, but her power is not like Elif. But she's more skilled. She's less reckless, so that's what makes it a good fight. So what's your so let me know your where you stand. Like, what's your prediction? Elif Turhan versus Alycia Baumgardner, and by next year, do you think that we're going to see the fight we've been wanting? Because Caroline Dubois has been calling out Alycia Baumgardner. So do you think by next year, even if it's late next year, we will see Caroline Dubois versus Alycia Baumgardner? And it'll probably be over here in the U.S. Because right now, as far as I know, Caroline Dubois is residing in the U.S. She's been working out, I think, in Miami. She's been working out at gyms in Los Angeles. And she talked about that in a recent interview last night that I saw. Caroline Dubois says she definitely wants that smoke. She's been asking for Alycia Baumgardner for a long time. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we are going to be getting that fight next year. And just for those who are wondering, I generally, I do my show every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the USA. Right now, this is just a pop-up live. I got to head into work in about a half an hour, but I wanted to get on here and talk a little bit about it because I wanted to talk about it last night, but didn't get around to doing so. But hit that thumbs up, y'all. Let me share this real quick on my FB. Share it on FB and share it on Twitter. So yeah, it definitely looks like we're going to be getting a treat here with the with Alycia Baumgardner and Elif Turhan is going to be decent, but then the fact that it's going to set up at 135, if Alycia wins, she will get the strap off of Elif Turhan, and then she will be able to fight the champ Caroline Dubois at 135. So that's going to be lit. Also in the heavyweight, in the men's boxing, definitely looking forward to the young Moses Ntuma to do his thing against the rugged granite chin Filip Hrgovic. To tell of the tape, Moses Ntuma 14-0, 12 knockouts, age 21, southpaw stance versus Filip Hrgovic. 20 wins, 1 loss, 15 by KO, age 34, an orthodox fighter. Very interesting. Now, I think I said this in the last episode. Like I said, hit that thumbs up, y'all. Moses Ntuma is actually a right-handed fighter, but he fights in a southpaw stance. That's what makes him interesting, that he's adapted so well to fighting as a southpaw. Filip Hrgovic, as we know, this man got a granite chin, a lot like Joe Joyce, as far as taking a lot of punches from some big punching heavyweights like Daniel Dubois, Zhilei Zhang, who dropped him, and some other guys, right? Well, Moses Ntuma power is that like quick twitch. I call him like a sniper. Like, it's just very, very fast. It's the punch you don't really see coming. And like I said, he fights out of that southpaw stance. He's in and out that pocket is what makes him also very elusive, because he doesn't stay like how some fighters, even back in the day, let's look at Holyfield, has good movement, but when he got hurt by people like Riddick Bowe, it seems like Holyfield always wanted to get it back. So if you remember that first fight, Riddick Bowe caught Holyfield with that uppercut, hurt Holyfield. After that, you saw Holyfield go right toe-to-toe with him, because it's almost like Holyfield's like, I'm going to get you back. Now, with Moses, so far, we haven't seen that in him yet. Not saying that that's not there, but he doesn't necessarily have to do that. Because once he gets within range of his opponent, he's going to throw a 3 or 4 punch combination really fast. Like when he hit Jermaine Franklin with the uppercut, you didn't even expect for that uppercut to come when it did. It was so fast and devastating. And you've never seen Jermaine Franklin stopped until he fought Moses Ntuma. That's when you finally seen him stopped. Is when he fought Moses Ntuma, y'all. So I want to know your predictions. Moses Ntuma versus Filip Hrgovic. And I don't think that Moses Ntuma is overlooking. I don't think he's overlooking Filip Hrgovic. I think he understands very well he has a dangerous opponent in front of him that he will be fighting. So I'm just looking forward to this, y'all. I want to know your perspective and your predictions on Moses Ntuma versus Filip Hrgovic. What's your predictions for Alycia Baumgardner versus Elif Turhan, the Turkish fighter with really good power, real respectable power? This is going to be some good stuff in boxing going on. Also, I'll talk about it anyway, but the Tio Lopez and the Rolly Romero fight was a very lackluster fight. Tio pretty much for the most part did what we expect. He's a very good boxer, a counterpuncher, things like that. But Rolly Romero just didn't throw, he didn't have enough output. He didn't have enough output of punches, and I just couldn't understand what was his blueprint, what was his game plan like. You mean to tell me before going into a big fight and you're the champ, you're the big man at 147, that's your weight, and you're fighting like a smaller man, you're going on your back foot, getting pushed around like that? It just don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And now you say you want a rematch, but I'm not even interested in a rematch. I don't think most people are interested in a rematch, to be honest. So let me know your assessment on that fight that took place, because it was terrible. And it's pretty painful, because it's so bad, I don't want to go back and watch the fight again, really. It's that type of fight to where I don't even want to go back and watch it. right, y'all. So I'm gonna be on here about another maybe 15, 20 minutes. So like I said, if you play this back, hit the thumbs up. If you're here right now, please hit the thumbs up. It's free. It's free to watch. It's free to subscribe. I said that on my last show. Them are the 3 ways. Hey, good morning, Jab Queen. It's a beautiful day out here. Just here. About to go into work here in a little bit. Thought I'd jump on real quick. So, like I say, it's 3 ways you can support this channel. You can watch when I go live, tune in. Number 2, subscribe to this channel. Number 3, go to my link tree on my social media on Facebook, and I have an online store as well. If you want to show support to Ring Walk Boxing Podcast. So, yeah, I just want to know what y'all think about Elif Turhan versus Moses and Filip Hrgović. I talked a little bit about it. So basically, I'm rocking with Moses. Filip Hrgović is like Joe Joyce. He's better fundamentally. He's not slow. He doesn't have slow hands like Joe Joyce, but he takes a lot of punishment unnecessarily. And I think eventually, he's always talking about his chin. I think eventually it catches up with you. I always say like an ice block, a big old ice block. You won't necessarily crack that ice block with just a couple of hits. You have to keep chipping an ice block to eventually get the ice block to break in half. I feel like the chin of Filip Hrgović is like an ice block. Eventually, with all that he's sustained from people like Dubois, Zhilei Zhang, and other wars he's had in the past, I think by the time Moses gets to him, he's going to capitalize on the fact that other boxers have chipped away at the chin resistance of Filip Hrgović. Now, I could be wrong, but we're going to see when they do fight in that ring. But something tells me the young Moses is going to stop Filip Hrgović. Now, the fight is going to get more interesting, though, if Filip Hrgović can survive the onslaught of Moses and get him in the deep waters. If he can get him in round 7 and 8 and make it a longer fight than expected, I just wonder, will Moses get somewhat frustrated and stuff like that? Can he get Moses in the trenches? You know, it's so many questions to ask. But I'm rocking with Moses to stop Filip Hrgović. But then at the same time, we've never really seen Moses go deep in the rounds because he's stopping everybody. So if Filip Hrgović is the one that drags him in the later rounds, how will the gas tank be for either guy? If it goes to round 7 or 8, how is the gas tank going to be for Moses, and how is the gas tank going to be for Filip Hrgović? So I mean, it's just an interesting style matchup. Cam J knows I love the heavyweights, because I seen he mentioned that on his show. I love the heavyweights for sure. So what do you think, Jab Queen, about Elif Turhan? You know, I know you spoke about her at 135. She's a champ, and now we're going to have Alycia Baumgardner finally come up to 135 to fight Elif Turhan for that strap. Do you think Elif is going to stop Alycia? Or do you think Alycia is going to be smart enough and pick her shots and box and be smart? It's an interesting style matchup as well. So I don't really know. I'm going to just say, because like I said, Elif can get a little, she can be a little reckless, but she has crazy power. And Alycia could run into something, because Alycia she's not overly aggressive, but she will come. Alycia Baumgardner will go and try to, you know, bring the fight to you. So I think, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, they both have power, but of course, Elif has more power, but she's reckless. She's throwing haymakers. She's winging those shots. It's going to be a good fight. What's up, G. Coles? You said, hold on. You said Cameron versus Mayer is going to be a great fight, man. 50-50, man. I'm leaning towards Mayer because she has so much invested, man. I just watched her on Ariel Helwani, a portion of her interview, and she wants that Claressa Shields fight at 160. She would like it at 154 because she's not a big girl. Mayer's not, but at the same time, she has to respect if Claressa says 160 and stands on 160, she's going to have to fight her at 160. Michaela Mayer. But Michaela Mayer does want Lauren Price. She said that fight, for whatever reason, has been a struggle to make it happen. And she also, it seemed like it was a third fighter she had mentioned. Claressa, Lauren Price. Oh, and who she's fighting this weekend. Chantel Cameron. Them are the three fights. Chantel Cameron, who she's about to fight, Claressa Shields, and Lauren Price. Them are three fights that she definitely wants. And of course, she's asked for the rematch for Alycia Baumgardner, so maybe in the future they could fight. But you know, Michaela Mayer's kind of been, you know, she's fighting at 154. She might want to fight at 147 again. I don't know. So we'll kind of see how that all pans out, fight by fight or whatever. What up, RK? What's good? You said disappointing in Rolly because whenever he threw punches, he hurt T.O., but he didn't throw anything. Facts, man. He didn't, man. He was not consistent. And like I said, the main thing was two things. He wasn't going to the body of T.O., and he wasn't setting up punches off a jab. Rolly really doesn't have a jab. When you don't have a jab in boxing, you generally do yourself a huge disservice. Relying on power shots and relying on counter punching. Look at Lamont Roach. He's a solid fighter. He'll fight people. I'm gonna give it to Lamont Roach. He'll fight these guys. But he doesn't really use a jab all that great. He has an okay jab. But he was doing a lot of counter punching when he fought Zepeda. He didn't stay busy enough. He's trying to counter punch somebody like Zepeda, who's a volume puncher, who was racking up points and pretty good precision of his punches. And he was landing on Lamont Roach at will, pretty much. Being a counter puncher solely, a lot of times you're going to lose, because if you're not like a person with a Tank Davis one-punch knockout artist, you can't sit there and be patient and try to land that punch. You have to have some level of some type of pedigree, some type of ring IQ to set up the punches. And once you hurt your opponent, like Rolly did, the ring IQ and the ring education should show you how to stop your opponent. You landed a good punch that T.O. ran into, but you could not capitalize on that. You got to seize the moment in boxing when you have your man hurt like that. And Rolly failed to do that. Jab Queen, you said, I think a better fight for Shields would be Cameron. Cameron is the only one to beat Katie Taylor. Ooh, bingo. You said a mouthful right there, Jab Queen. I never thought of that. Yeah, Chantel Cameron is the only one that beat Katie Taylor. So, yeah, if Cameron beats Mayer, then that's gonna have to be a good possibility. That Clarissa, I'm pretty sure she's gonna say Cameron's name if she beats, even if it's like a draw. I don't know if it's a rematch clause or not, but it's gonna be a good fight for sure. RK, you said I've been hearing Ortiz versus Charlo in Texas. Not sure. Yeah, I think I did see that that might go down, man. Charlo, Ortiz. And then I heard something about Tim Tszyu possibly as well. Maybe Charlo and Tim Tszyu. Because Tim Tszyu, he does not mind fighting you off a layoff. And we saw that with Errol Spence. So he wouldn't mind fighting Charlo regardless if it's been 3 years of ring rust or whatever. So I guess we'll see, right? Jab Queen, you said Charlo said he wants Tim Tszyu. Yeah, that's what I saw. So we're gonna definitely see. Either match would be okay with me, but at the same time, speaking of ring rust, Ortiz ain't been fighting lately. He needs to get in the ring himself. He's always running his mouth and all that, but we haven't seen Ortiz in the ring in a while either, because he ducked boots and then put up a smoke screen to act like he's falling out with De La Hoya and that bogus, well, allegedly the bogus fake lawsuit situation. I believe it was just smoke and mirrors to avoid Boots Ennis. But we kind of see how these people operate. That's why I get so frustrated dealing with negotiation after negotiation, especially with certain fighters, because they're habitual in what they do. It's like they constantly clout chase off of somebody's name, knowing they're not going to fight this person. Speaking of that, I just saw something too this morning on YouTube. Shout outs to Kurt DeVille. I've been following him on Counter Punch Boxing for a while, and he made a point. So let me know what y'all feel about it. He was saying with Tyson Fury, he does believe Tyson Fury is training in Miami, according to Frank Warren. He's over here in the States and he's training. But maybe not necessarily is he training for Anthony Joshua. He could be training and riding off of AJ's name, and then the last minute, all of a sudden, we're going to hear Tyson Fury versus some guy we don't even know. So do y'all think that this is all a ploy for Tyson Fury to use AJ just so he can try to fight somebody else, but also kind of get interest on him and what he's doing in training, all to lead up for him not to fight AJ and to kind of help boost up his Netflix documentary? Because we know Tyson Fury is supposed to be the master manipulator of games, of mind games. You know, he thinks his mind games tactics are the best, and he's always doing something, you know, kind of like shady or whatever. So, and another thing, have you noticed? It's always Tyson Fury. You rarely ever hear AJ talk about negotiations or anything, but it's always him coming out saying, "Oh, you see, AJ and them want more money, and they want more of Turkey's money, and they're trying to have a fight in the UK. I don't care where we fight." You notice Fury always gets really, really vocal when the whole situation is kind of a mess and everything's not straightforward. You never really hear AJ ever come out and say, "Well, Tyson's doing this and Tyson's doing that." This is just my personal opinion. Be the boxer, Tyson Fury. You're the fighter. Stop always talking on social media. Let Frank Warren and your management and your promoters handle the negotiation part of it. We don't need you to step into social media saying, "Well, AJ is running scared of me," or "This is going." It's like, I never understood that. You're the fighter, so why are you always acting like you're so knowledgeable in every part of a negotiation or whatever. That's not your position. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. G. Cole, you said y'all know Nikita Zoo versus Ben Mahoney fighting in Australia this morning. I did not know that. But if I get a chance, I'm gonna have to run it back because I got to get ready to clock into work here in about 5 minutes. But I want to appreciate everybody that came and showed your support. Please hit that thumbs up if you're here right now. If you run this one back, hit thumbs up, please. It costs nothing. It's free. I appreciate the support, y'all. I will be live on Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for my weekly podcast. There's just a lot going down in boxing, and I'm here for it. RK, you said Eddie Hearn wants to fight. Yeah, he keeps talking about Eddie Hearn said it's a British fight. He wants it at Wembley, and that's what they signed for. So that's where it gets all messy. But we'll talk about it again on Sunday. We'll kind of talk a little bit more about it on Sunday episode. So y'all all be safe and have a good day. And I will catch you all on the next round. Peace.